Hello, folks. This is your boy J Dub. Before we get started for a fully immersive experience, this video was made to be watched on your smartphone, so click on the box in the bottom right hand corner to fill the screen. And I'm going to give you a pause so that way you can get ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, let's go. All right, so today's topic is for those of you thinking about moving from iPhone to Android. The greatness of the pure Android experience is being brought to you on my Pixel 4 XL by Google. Now, similar to Apple, Google not only makes software, but they make hardware too. As a former iOS user, I can honestly say that never before have I seen the two of them so similar. This video is to take away the anxiety if you're thinking about making the switch. This video isn't about geeking out on phone specs. It's about showing you native Android apps in real world use. Even if you don't make the switch, it's my hope that you will walk away with some ideas on how to get better use out of your phone, as some of the native Android apps also work on iOS as well. So to get started, the lock screen. On the Pixel, the lock screen has an always on display that displays the time, the date, the weather, alarms that you've set, applications that you have running in the background that have controls and notifications, as well as battery at the bottom. Like the current iPhone 10 and 11, the Pixel uses Face Unlock in order to be able to unlock the phone. What I like about the Pixel is the speed of the Face Unlock, as I find that, in my humble opinion, and based on a lot of tech reviewers, that this is one of the fastest Face Unlocks in the industry. The Face Unlock also has the Pixel also has radar, which when the phone is sitting on the desktop and you're reaching for it, that it senses the motion of you coming to pick up the phone, so it makes it a little bit more ready as you go ahead and pick it up to unlock. So as I pick it up, raise it to my face, it unlocks. Look at that speed. The speed's amazing. So I'm gonna do it again. Bang. Unlocks. The other thing that it does is that it eliminates that additional step to have to swipe up in order to be able to go to the home screen. So it makes it a little bit quicker for you to be able to access the phone. So not to take anything away from iOS, it's just that, Google has had an opportunity to watch them with two generations of phones, and now that they've come out with theirs, they've been able to step up the game a little bit more. Now, in terms of gestures and being able to navigate the device, when you swipe down, it brings up the notifications. If you swipe up, it brings up all of the apps that are installed on the device. So unlike iOS, all of the applications that you install are not pinned to your home screen. As you can see, the benefit of that is visual, as you can customize the home screen to your liking with widgets and arranging the applications as you see fit, and even putting them in folders. So as you can see on mine, I have most of my applications on the bottom half of the screen to make it easy for reachability. Even though I have big hands, it's still more comfortable for me to be able to reach on the bottom half of the phone. In the middle of the phone, you see I have a clock widget, which if I long press it, is just a widget that you can resize and move around as you see fit. And then you can long press on blank spots on the screen to be able to add more widgets to customize it however you see fit. So if I go and I swipe over, this is my media and information screen that has pretty much all of my media and entertainment content. And then at the bottom, you see I have a widget for my YouTube music application. Now at the bottom row, you see there are five icons, just like on iOS, that stay fixed no matter which screen that you swipe to, and then you can hold and drag to be able to rearrange them as you see fit. On the Pixel, it has the Google search bar that also launches the Google Assistant that's built in to the home screen and stays fixed along with the icons at the bottom of the screen. And then as you will see as I go through some of the applications, the Google Assistant and the search engine is integrated into many aspects of the operating system. So if I go and I swipe from left to right, it brings up my Google News feed, in which you can customize to your liking. Now, just like on iOS, if you launch an app, so I'm just gonna launch the news application, and then if I swipe up, that'll allow me to close it. If I go and swipe from the bottom and hold towards the middle, it'll launch my recently launched apps. If I swipe all the way over to the left, it gives me the option to be able to clear and close all of the applications. Some additional features that are built in to the recently opened application cards. If you tap on the icon at the top, it allows you to go into app info that you can deny or add permissions, which is a lot faster than the steps that you normally have to take in iOS. It allows you split screening, allows you to pin the application to the screen, and then pause the application. Now, pausing the application is just simply uh, suspending the app so it's not running in the background. It gives your phone a little bit more resources to be able to allow your phone to run faster, which I really don't find is necessary in the smartphones that we have today. As far as pinning goes, let me click on pin for you. So if I click on pin, it gives you this message at the bottom that it says the screen is pinned. This keeps it in view until you unpin, swipe up and hold to unpin. Now, what that does is that will give, if you decide, let's say you want to give your phone to someone to let them look at something, but you don't want them to nosy around in your device, you can go ahead and you can pin a screen, and they have full functionality to being able to go and look at that app on that screen, but they can't go anywhere else. I would say the other benefit of this is that if you have kids and you want to give your kids the ability to be able to play some game on your phone, and you can pin that game to the phone, and then that would prevent them from accidentally interfering or messing up with anything inside the device. But if you want to just go ahead and unlock your phone, then you're just simply going to swipe up to hold. Whoops. And then your face immediately goes and unlocks the screen. So again, if you want to go back home, you just swipe up to close. Now, if I go on again, launch an app, you see the little white line at the bottom is very similar. It's a little bit bigger than what they refer to as the pill on iOS. If you swipe down there, that'll allow you to be able to switch in between applications. You can swipe left, you can swipe right. So it allows you to be able to quickly switch between applications that have been recently opened. Again, bringing up recently opened apps. I'm going to click on the icon again, and I'm going to click on split screen. And no offense to iOS or to Apple, this is truly what we call multitasking. So I have the news app open. I'm going to click on messages. And while the news app is open, I can also still go in and send text messages. So for power users that truly need to multitask, Android really does support the ability to multitask. Now, this is just a quick little message to Apple. Look, we know that it can be done on the iPad. It's been long overdue for it to be brought to the iPhone. So, Mr. Cook, please get that together in the next update. We would greatly appreciate that. All right. So, the other thing about the other aspect of gestures is that is long press, formerly known as 3D touch. Now, that does exist within the Android operating system, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you really quickly. I'm going to long press the camera icon, and as you can see, it gives me a shortcut to be able to take a video, take a selfie, because if I tap on the camera icon, it immediately goes and launches the main camera. Now, I'm not going to go through all the features of the camera because it's pretty similar to what you would experience on iOS, but what I am going to demonstrate is something that's unique. If I click on more, I click on lens. What lens does is it allows you to capitalize on the AI. The AI is using the camera to be able to go and scan the object in front of you, and it recognizes my computer, and I do have a Surface Book, so it does recognize my Surface Book. But if you see the text that's showing on the screen, it can actually read text. So if you want to be able to extract text from a document that you see, the camera is capable of being able to recognize that with the AI and extract the text content from whatever it is that you're reading. It can translate. So if you are experimenting and going to a place that you've never eaten before, and maybe you can't read the language on the menu, this is a good feature to be able to have. So, again, that's just the power of the AI. And as you will find out as I'm demonstrating some of the features in the phone, you will see how it's integrated throughout the operating system. So, for those of you that are worried about the dreaded blue bubble versus green bubble, let me put your mind at ease that the text messaging application is similar in a lot of ways to iOS. But because it's Android, if you have a lot of friends and family that are using Apple, unfortunately, you will be relegated to green bubble. Now, here we welcome all. There's no shaming of the green bubble versus the blue bubble. All that matters is that you have a good texting experience. So, just to show you really quickly, Android has recently updated their text messaging app to allow you to be able to have the same experience as far as when you text another person with Android now, it is like instant messaging. You get read receipts, you get delivery receipts. The messaging is a little bit faster and you're able to send more things via the messaging app now than you can if you just do a text. So, of course, the common stuff like being able to send gifts and sending locations, but the AI is also built into it. So, if you want to, do restaurants and you go and you click on that, it can actually go and do a search for restaurants that are nearby you, and you can actually go and make recommendations and see it brings up all of the information about the restaurant, so you can actually go and do this right in in the middle of a text. You can do movies, you can do weather, so you can send any of that information via the text messaging app. You can send money. Google Pay, everyone has access to Google Pay as long as you have a Gmail email. Then you already have access to it, and Google Pay does work on iOS as well. So again, Google is about being universal and working across multiple platforms and not just containing it just to their ecosystem. You can hold and record. Touch and hold to record a voice message that you want to send. You can send a contact and you can attach files. Files can be Word, Excel, PowerPoint, PDF. Um, that you can go and you can send within the message. Now, you see where it says it shows chat. I'm just gonna just click this real quick, and then when my wife goes and responds, you'll actually be able to see her typing. So and if you see if my voice is dropping out, it's just because what I did was I'm clicking on the microphone on the Google keyboard, and it does such a great job of voice recognition that I actually use that now to go and have conversations in text because it's actually faster than me being able to type. And as you can see, the little dots are bouncing up and down and showing that she is typing a message. And then, as you can see, the confirmation that shows that my message was read to her, and then she just sent this to me. So it just says now. Now the AI is reading the incoming messages to try to help you with emojis and quick responses as well. So so again, Google's really doing a good job of going and integrating their artificial intelligence into a lot of the different features on the device. Now, for those of you that are concerned about being able to send pics and videos, I just want to, like give you some information about both platforms. You can send pics through iMessage and through Google Messages to the relative, to people on the same platform with no dumb down and loss of quality when it comes to pics. Now, videos, there are limitations. On both platforms, it's roughly about 3.5 minutes of video that can be sent in high quality, and really just depends on high quality, how high your quality is, whether it's going to be 4K and 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, that it may give or take. in terms of the whether or not it'll send a video at 3.5 minutes. So I do have another solution for you that I could recommend, and I'll touch upon that really quickly shortly. But it'll be Google Photos. Google Photos. If you want to look at my previous video, it'll tell you about most of the features about Google Photos. But Google Photos is also a great solution for being able to share videos and pics between yourself and another or groups of people. So I'll touch upon that in a little bit. And I'm going to have my wife help us with a demonstration about Google Keep. So I'm going to ask her to go and add something to the grocery list. I'm going to jump over to Google Keep. Now, Google Keep is it's a great application. It does notes and it's a to-do list. Now, this is a to-do list that she's made for me to go to the grocery store. And then she just replied back. Great. Now, you can customize this to a great degree. You can change the colors. And then you see where it says collaborator. As a collaborator, that means you select that. You can actually share notes or a to-do list with someone else in Google Keep. And what that allows you to do is that in real time, you or a group of others can go and make changes to the notes or to the to-do list. So if you're a leader, a parent, you have, or you're a coordinator, you're trying to coordinate events with others, and you have action items that need to be done, and in this case groceries that need to be purchased. As you will see in a sec, you can see the changes that can be made in real time. So see, she marked off fries and cream cheese, but then added Fuji apples to the list. So, I'm going to go back to the main notes. So, you like all my notes here, you can color code them. You can color code them pretty much like post-its. Then there, some other, really cool features. You can actually, I'm just going to go back into this. And then if I click on the plus key at the bottom, you can take a photo, choose an image, add a drawing, add a recording, and embed that into the to-do list or the notes. Me and my friends, we use this to be able to exchange Christmas gifts. So everyone gets what they want. They go and they send one universal list out to the entire group, and then people can individually mark those items off that they bought them, and then we go ahead and exchange gifts. So everybody gets what they want. So I hope that you find that to be useful to you as well. All right, so then we're going to talk about the Google Photos, and I'm just going to talk about that one particular feature with sharing a picture. So, like, I found this old picture of my wife and my niece, and then what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share the picture with her. And what that allows you to do is within Google Photos. Now, the picture itself is still uploaded into a album in the cloud, and I was able to go and find this picture and then go and share the photo with her. And it's instant messaging that's built into the application. So it allows you to easily and quickly be able to share photos. The pictures already are in the cloud, so the speed of the pictures being sent is very quick because it's already in the cloud. So it's just being sent from one Google app to another, not really taking up any space on your device. So this is just something else to consider as again, to make the another argument that supports the previous video that Google Photos hands down is the best photo and video gallery app that's on the market. Again, just to kind of emphasize that you can also do searches by the names of the individuals in those special moments. You can teach it to identify those people. You can search for it by photo album or by date or even by location of where the picture was taken. So again, if you want more information about Google Photos, then please look at the first video that we posted. So I appreciate that. All right. So The other thing I want to show you is the widgets. Now, the one I'm going to show you is going to be the YouTube Music, and it'll give you an opportunity to be able to kind of look at the app as well. All right, so this is YouTube Music, and for those of you that may already be paying for premium YouTube that allows you to watch videos without commercials, you already have access to this music streaming app. So if you're paying for an additional music app, please don't. Please go ahead and cancel that because you already have access to a very robust music app. Now, one of my clients had turned me on to this group called Black Pumas. So I click on them. Then as you can see, it looks very YouTube channel like, where you can subscribe to the artist, and it shows you their album release, top songs, their album singles, videos, and then even artists that other fans that like the Black Pumas might like, and then the bio about the artist. And then I'm just gonna, just for demonstration purposes, just gonna click on the song, but I'm gonna stop it real fast because I don't want to get demonetized for playing somebody else's music. I don't own this music. But by going in and playing a song, when if I go back to the home screen, it gives me controls over the song, so I can fast forward, rewind. I can give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down to teach it what songs, what type of music I like and what songs I don't like. So I hope that that was helpful to you. I'm hoping that that they'll take some of the anxiety out of making the switch. Now I know that a lot of people who may be super entrenched into the Apple ecosystem wonder if Google can provide the same type of experience outside of the phone. And I would say the answer is pretty much yes. The only thing that Google really doesn't do yet is do full blown desktop computers. They have Chromebooks, but those are for folks who don't need to be able to do, like, content creators that need to do Photoshop and things like that. I can honestly tell you, as a former iOS user, the Google ecosystem is pretty dope. They have Google Chrome, or Google, I'm sorry, the Chromecast, where you can cast to your TVs, and a lot of the new smart TVs have that feature built in. The Google Home system, like the smart speakers, and then the home products that allow you to be able to control the heat and the air conditioning, the lights in your house. I myself am also a Google Fi user. Google Fi is their wireless service that rides off of T-Mobile and Sprint and US Cellular, and the strongest Wi-Fi connection. And I've traveled the world using the service, and it's been the best wireless experience I've ever had. Their customer service is open 24 hours a day, and so you can call them, you can text them, you can email them, you can chat with them. So hands down, I believe I feel like the Google experience has been pretty dope. And then for those of you that are business owners, um, just real quick, just so you know, they also do domain hosting. So there's the Google Suite. So like my corporate email, our corporate email info at Humble Visions is also hosted with Google as well. Our website's hosted with Google. So like I said, that you can have a really good experience with with making the transition over from the Apple ecosystem over to the Google ecosystem. So I hope that you found this video to be helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe. Comments are welcome. Let me know how we're doing, and if you want to dialogue with one another about the things that you've learned. So please, please feel free to do that as well. Please share to be able to help us grow. We're new, and we're trying to get to that first 1,000 milestone. So thank you so much, and I appreciate you visiting HVC Mobility, where we help you to get the most out of your smartphones to help to keep you moving. You have a wonderful day.